I participate in Globe for a lot of reasons. I think I was first attracted to it because I'm a geocacher and it has a lot of similar elements. Being outside, maps, technology, but then it's even more than that because it's also NASA, it's citizen science, and I really love that I feel part of a larger community.
Yeah, it seemed fascinating. I always like to contribute where I can, and it just seemed interesting.
I'm passionate about research and I believe combining science and technology can serve the world on a different level.
In education department, I took interest in observing weather and nature.
I just think it's wonderful to be tracking climate change.
Citizen science has always been a prominent part of my life, and my science education through Girl Scouts, where connecting with our community and environment was principal.
Program is the international program of NASA. This program is very useful for society.
Although I don't work in science, I'm always interested in it, and that's why I thought this would be a great way to participate.
The NASA Globe Observer app and the Globe program itself gives you the opportunity to record your local observations, and when this data is viewed at global level, we will get a dynamic picture of what's happening around the world in a real format.
Globe Observer is so important to supporting environmental justice because it helps us get a more in-depth representation of communities of color that usually don't.
I use NASA Globe Observer app for Himalayan remote region observations and studying the ecosystems at the high altitude region while being on my Himalayan expeditions in Ladakh, India last year.
I have been able to learn how to collaborate and submit data to the NASA using the Globe application observers through various methods such as atmosphere data protocols, clouds, land cover, mosquito habitat mapper, and trees.
Both protocols are very useful to get more observations.
Cloud protocol enables us to take pictures of cloud banks, record the school coordinates, and submit data to NASA.
The clouds, I love the clouds. That was my first thing that caught me, and I guess probably what I report on the most.
I use the clouds most often.
I tend to use mostly the clouds protocol and the land cover protocol, which are similar but very different. I mean, clouds are fleeting from 1 minute to the next, they're changing. And land cover changes as well, but it's more in an evolution.
I absolutely love clouds, and since I was a kid, we always used to lie on our backs in the sand or in the grass and just watch the cloud formation. So I knew the names of some of them, but finding out, how far away they are, the upper clouds and all of that is really interesting.
Clouds are also a main aspect to get natural observation. On the Earth, clouds are very important to get more details about weather and climate change.
I was intrigued by the Terminator problem, the making cloud observations first thing in the morning or right before sunset, so that my pictures can be compared to the pictures that the satellites are seeing, my looking up and the satellites looking down.
I also do like the trees, and it's fascinating for me to be able to find the heights of trees.
Our research teacher helped us to integrate the protocols and as well as its factors and how it affects the human health, such as the mosquitoes, which dengue is one of the leading diseases here in a tropical country like the Philippine ones, and that have been a problem since then. And we had developed a research that integrating and connecting the impacts of science of mosquitoes to mitigating and to the community and as well as the government.
We incorporate the soil moisture active and passive protocol to the land cover protocols in order to be able to determine soil characterization, soil texture, and soil colors, and so on.
This protocols has been significant back then as it teaches us how to use and how to obtain measurements
Being able to take observations like clouds that can document air pollution, or land cover that can see the destruction of green areas over time, or mosquito habitat mapper that can eliminate habitats carrying harmful diseases, can help the fight to make these communities less vulnerable to climate and health risks.
The reason for using this Globe Observer app is that it is well integrated with our smartphones and precisely locates our location coordinates and altitude levels. And you can collect your observations offline and send it back to the globe later whenever you are with your internet connections.
I have over 40 years of information technology experience in healthcare, and so I've seen technology progress. But I'm really impressed with the development team and the design that they make it so simple to use by using a lot of the accessories that are already on the phone, like the accelerometer, or it knows my location.
Whenever I travel, I use the NASA Globe Observer app and the Globe protocol to understand weather, cloud and biosphere changes. If I come across any unusual observations, I collect the data and upload it to the Globe Observer.
Students, scientists are also interested in this program.
The Globe program had made me involved to research, and back then I was not interested in making research, and right now, because the Globe program and how big the program is and how the connections that I had been making in other countries have been making me to choose my careers in pursuing environmental sciences and health sciences.
These data are incredibly useful to perform the scientific analysis of that specific region, and the insights we get from them are so precise that one can widely use them in research paper and presentations at school or college to show changes of a particular region changing in time.
I was really excited when the team reached out to me to be a co-author on a scientific paper. I mean, I know what it means to do citizen science, and I know that what I'm contributing is for the larger scientific community, but I never really thought that I would be an author on a paper.
Recently, I had presented it to a local university and to our community about the effects of air pollution and meteorological conditions. It really is that these protocols may seem so science and may seem so nerd that students can only use it, or the scientists ones that have so much knowledge about it. But then it has a great significant or impact in our environment, in our local community, and presenting these data has been a great help to improve or to lessen the problems that we are having.
But impacted us positively through broadening our horizon on agriculture. We also give a deep thought of scientific methods of preparing long-lasting solutions to agricultural problems in Lagos State, Nigeria. With the knowledge of SMAP and GPM protocol, rainy season suitable for planting through remote sensing have been achieved, as well as being able to determine the suitable soil pH and soil type for a specified and species.
When I look at the Globe's data, I'm always interested to see changes in the specific locations that Globe has recorded for previous years.
I live in Bozeman, and there's a lot of development going on here. So there's a park where I was taking a lot of my Globe observations because I would go there on a walk almost every day, especially during COVID. And this area has slowly been developed. It's actually becoming a parking lot. So personally, I have been able to watch as this changes from open natural land to a parking lot. And I've taken a lot of observations at that same spot over time. And I think I would not have noticed it as much, and I certainly would not have gone back to the same spot if I had not been recording it for Globe Observer.
I've tried to get different people involved in using the app because I just think it's so fantastic.
I tell everybody, basically all my friends, all my family, that they should use Globe Observer.
It is now more important than ever to engage in Earth and environmental observations and give yourself the chance to help create a more sustainable future for our planet.
Since getting involved and perhaps influence other people, I have been able to positively impacted pleasant farmers in the use of SMAP as well as global application protocols. to study the environment and soil types. Encourage them to make use of protocols such as mosquito habitat mapper, land cover, clouds, and data and atmosphere data entry, so as to have a broad-based knowledge of the environment of life.
We all rely on Earth's resources. We must start understanding our environment and the changing atmosphere and ensure a local to global approach of observation.
I have definitely noticed things differently since using Globe Observer.
Let us work together to combat climate change, stabilize the global climate, study the changing environment, and also secure our children's future.